My question is, I'm Jeannie Werner, I live in Helmetta. The positions that were held by Michael and Richie, my name was Brandon, were union. What is your plan for that? Is that something that you can keep in, or you can get out? Because you have to be careful with union.
Me, I'd like it out, but I don't know.
No, I already had, I've had discussions already about that, and basically, I'm not going to say you're stuck with the union, but you're stuck with the union.
So what happens to
Not if the shelter's not part of the Department of Public Works.
What's that?
Pete, not if the Department of Public Works is a separate entity from
Yeah.
the shelter.
Well,
Hold on. Denise, you want to repeat the question?
Speak up, please. Can't hear anything.
You need to speak into the microphone.
Still can't hear.
There was one that was not in the union yet, still on probation. There were two, director, assistant director, and then one has come over to Public Works.
I thought you had two
We did, yeah. You had, well, I don't know, did you discuss names?
Joshua?
He left. Yeah, there were no union.
Yeah, I just really hope that you take that, find out about that, because the last time you want somebody in there that's not doing the right thing, and then you can't do anything about it.
Well, I think that's part of the issue. And when the union was brought in here in the first place, I mean, we're not exactly this big metropolis.
No.
But there were issues that were happening at the time, which, as everything else seems to go around here, they all wind up working their way out without any real interference or fanfare. That was one that I questioned about the first time that it was brought up. Why do we need the union coming into here? So it was still passed. Obviously I was one of six, and my thought on it really doesn't matter, I guess. So the union's in, and now they're never going to get out. So.
And are you going to open this under a low kill, a no kill, and how are you going to handle that situation? Because it's going to come up. You could get an aggressive dog in there, and so you're going to have to address it sooner or later.
Well, that's going to be open. We're hoping that it's opened under a low kill. Low kill. It's not going to be operated as a rescue, and I don't think that anybody really. I'm not going to BS anybody and tell you that it's going to be a rescue if it's not. And it's going to be a low kill. Now, whether that means it's going to be aggressive animals that can't be rehabilitated, there are all different variables in there. And it's, I'm not going to say something that's not going to be true. If there's one thing that I'm going to tell you, it's going to be the truth. It's going to be low kill. And if it turns out at some point where it's going to be changed, then we have to reevaluate it.
Okay, I mean, it's just something that you have to
Maybe that should be
discuss.
stated in our plan.
Yeah, it's going to have to be discussed because the last thing I would want is for a dog that could hurt somebody to go back out. You have to be realistic that it could happen, that you're going to come to that point, so you have to have a plan.
And I think Yvette's gotten beat up for that in the past, but we did have that discussion that while she doesn't like it. What did you say, Yvette? She said, I know I don't like it, but I understand it. So that has been said.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the last thing is I just beg all of you to put people in there that have experience in this business. Not somebody that just is like animals. It's somebody that understands it and has years of experience, because it takes a long time to know it. It's not something that you learn the first day. Something that you should be doing for quite a while. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for all the time you've been putting into it. That's it. Thank you.
Before you go, I'd like to just point out one thing about the plan. One of the things I personally like about the plan, and Greg, I appreciate it, Mr. Bennett, I appreciate some of the flaws that you pointed out. But what the shelter failed to operate under, in my opinion, was an overarching principle. And I think the key element of this plan for me is the mission statement. So to speak to your point about what we're gonna do with these animals, low kill, no kill, the issue is where the shelter is gonna make every effort to put the animals in the homes if they can put them in the homes. And it's just an overarching principle that I think we need to follow.
Yeah, okay,
That's why I like the plan.
I'm just saying that you're gonna have to put it out there. And, you know, I love animals, you know I do. I wish every single one of them had a place to go and every aggressive dog could be handled, but the reality is you're gonna eventually have to face it someday. And, it's a hard thing to have to do. But you're going to have to, and sometimes people say that they're no-kill and they send the dogs or cats somewhere that's worse. And the journey to get there is not always good. So while I truly wish they all could live, you have to be realistic too, and put it out there and be honest. So that's it.
Can I just say